So one question that always get asked of me is, whether it is Tesla inventor, whether it is Apple inventor, they all, at the time they were doing it, they needed to, it feels like they needed to forget everything. Their mind was single focus on one item. And it seems like that's what entrepreneurs will tell you, that is what is required, is focus, focus, focus. So how do we make sure that our entrepreneurs also understand that focus has no meaning unless you have health? So that's my question. How do we teach our entrepreneurs that they are actually going to lose in life if they don't take care of their own health?
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for that question. And, each of us have that unique criteria, to assemble and collect what feels good for you, but we need a landscape, an interior landscape where wisdom can blossom, where these great genius ideas have have the space to be fertilized. If you imagine when you're planting a seed in the ground, you want to have a rich soil, right? You want to have healthy soil. Otherwise, the plant won't grow up, right? So just in the same way, also even the idea of like, I've got to have a genius idea adds an element of stress. But if we can naturally, take care of ourselves, that is our minds and body, and our bodies give us signals. We can, if there are issues in our body and we pay more attention to our body, we can actually catch disease before it comes. And I'm sure in this Crack the Wellness, you're so much attending to that. So paying attention to our body, paying attention to our thoughts, that is kind thoughts to self, not toxic thoughts to self, and to creating the rich, fertile environment for these ideas, these genius ideas to blossom. But we need to take care of ourselves first, right? In order for us to be in an environment where we're expected, if our natural environment is not well, then these seeds cannot take root, right? So the ultimate sort of rich, fertile, what we can understand, the richness of our lives is in fact the soil itself. It's our life, what we have in front of us, the challenges and the good times, all of this, the good and the bad, become the rich source, the nutrition for us to understand more about who we are. Many times we're so disconnected because we're always chasing outside externally, right? Thinking that that's going to be the answers to the problem. But if we get closer in our interior space, we may understand how this arises, right? And how do we perceive our reality? We may no longer be subject to those distractions. We may no longer be subject to what if someone came to you and said something very distressing. You may be able to have a bit of distance in getting wrapped up in what that person said. So these are the kinds of things that we begin to apply in our life. So it makes it whole and rich, and that we use everything moment to moment as part of our experience, our very precious experience. And that becomes our spiritual wellness or our spiritual life.